Hello, my name is Chris Rao with Angel Readings by Chris, and I'm here today to introduce to you my new course, Connecting with Your Spiritual Team. So let's get started. In this video, we'll go over following. We're going to meet me. I'll do a little introduction about me and my story, why I created this course, what you'll learn and experience in this course, and is this course right for you, and then how to get the most out of your journey. So let's dive in. So I am an angel reader and medium, but I haven't been all my whole life, just in the past few years. My spiritual journey actually began um, back in 2021. I mean, it started before then, but mostly 2021. Um, I started by wanting to learn how to meditate, and in doing so, uh, I was able to receive messages, and I didn't really know what it was at the time, but I knew it was something was there, and I started to journal, and I started to write down everything, and then people started showing up, like namely my grandmother, and it was amazing to be able to have a conversation with her. And it was very short at first, and then it just continued. So I spent a good 2021, 2022 just immersed myself in learning to understand what was going on, and it was really cool. And I want to share a lot of the things that I learned along my journey with you. This is my grandmother. I see her as one of my guides. She's actually been with me along on this journey, which has been amazing. And she shows up to give me encouragement, and it's been really fun and cool to have someone like my grandmother part of my spiritual team. So why did I create this course? Well, as I hinted before, I spent a couple years really researching and learning and taking other courses and reading and just trying different things to find what worked and what didn't work for me. And there's a lot out there. There's so much out there, and it's easy to get overwhelmed. So the reason behind this course is I want to offer you a clear path to connection. I want to share like the things that really worked well for me to see what will work well for you. So kind of give you a little bit of a shortcut. I also want to demystify the mystical because it is pretty magical, it seems, but there are techniques and things you can do to strengthen your connection and really get clear connection. So there are some practical things you can do, and we'll share that in this course. I also want to create a supportive community. I had the privilege of being a part of a community in a class I was taking, and I'm very close to those people. I was in the class, so it's great to be able to bounce ideas off of each other and practice on each other and that kind of thing. But just sometimes just to ask questions. So you'll have an opportunity to be part of a online community. And I want you to know also that you can do this because if I can, a software engineer by trade, you can also do this. So by the end of the course, what will you learn? What will you get out of this? Well, you will know who is on your spiritual team and the role they play in your life. You'll have some tools that you can use to help to open and strengthen your connection to spirit. And you'll have what you'll need to really dive in and build and grow your relationship with your spiritual team because it is a relationship. It's they don't do everything for you. You don't do everything for them. It is truly a relationship that you can, with time and energy and focus and practice, you can really build and strengthen. So we'll go through the different modules in this course. The first one is getting to know your spiritual team. We'll go over who's on your spiritual team, the roles they play, and then building a relationship with your team. There are a lot of people who can be on your team. And I say people, but they're just different beings, so I'm gonna call them people for now. But there's a lot of different types of beings or people on your spiritual team. Meditation, we're going to introduce meditation. If you don't already have a meditation practice, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about why it matters and how that can really help with your connection. So we'll do a couple practice meditations, and it'll be guided meditations. So I'll guide you through these meditations, and these are guided meditations that you can take and use on your own for practice. understanding the clairs, these are your intuitive senses. So, like clairaudience, clairvoyance are a couple that are maybe you've heard before, but we'll talk about what they are and why they matter in connecting with your team, and then we'll take a look at each clair, do an overview. This is a high level overview of the clairs. We're not going to dive in too deep, but I want to introduce to you uh, the concept of the clairs. And then this module I really like. This gives you like some tools and fun things that you can try, and that are important, in my opinion, to for connections. So it's like things like setting a positive mindset, the intention you set, how to do some shielding and protection, because it is important to make sure you're connecting with the right things, the right kind of energy. Do want to add some protection there. There's crystals and oils. Those are things that are kind of fun to play around with. Oracle, angel cards, those are also different tools and ways. People might call them modalities to receive guidance to do the connection. And then some other tips for connection. So there's not one way to do this. And the thing is, I hope you'll find, is you'll play around and you'll see what works well for you and what doesn't work well for you. And that's the purpose of this. Then we'll talk about the chakra system. These are your energy centers. And again, we're not going to go deep into these, but we're going to introduce them and understand, so you understand what they are and why they matter with your connection. And we'll review the chakras, and then we'll do a little meditation about connecting with your chakras. And then we will do a meditation where we'll guide you through and you'll get practice to connect with your spiritual team. So we'll go over what we've learned, we're going to put it all together, and then we'll do some guided meditation to connect with your spiritual team. And then part of this is reflection and journaling, and maybe doing this a couple of times to build and strengthen and practice what we've learned so far. And this module is fun. It's understanding, recognizing signs from messages from spirit. This is a lot of fun. This is kind of like, it's all the signs, it's the birds, it's all the symbols, the letters and numbers that you see. This is kind of fun. So how does spirit connect with you and communicate with you from beyond? We'll talk about different types of signs, how to find the meaning of the signs, how to interpret, and then there'll be some journaling and reflection as well here. And at the end, we'll just bring it all together and wrap it up and provide you with some actionable next steps. So again, the community, what this is, the platform this course is hosted on offers an online community that you'll be able to join. And on that community, you'll be able to post questions to me, and I'll be on there to answer questions. You'll be able to interact with other students who've taken this course. So it's a nice way to interact with each other and myself as you take this course. So is this course right for you? Well, if you're here and you made it this far, I'm kind of guessing it is. This course is really for anybody on their spiritual journey. It could be like you know nothing, or you've done a bunch of research, or anywhere in between. It's really about strengthening and practicing your connection to your spiritual team. So if you feel pulled to this content, to this course, it's probably most likely a good course for you. And to get the most out of this course, I just always say be open to the new ideas, be fully engaged with the course, with the exercises and the meditations. That's where you're going to get the most out of it. You can watch the videos and read the slides, that's great, but actually doing the work is where you're going to excel and really strengthen your connection. And because this is an online course, you can go at your own pace, you can retake modules, you can lean into the community, and I always tell people to let go of the idea of perfection because that's not realistic. What really worked well for me on my journey was when I stopped trying so hard to connect. I was blocking myself. And so once we learn to just kind of release and let go a little bit, then the connection flows so much better. And I think that's the point of this, is how to get the most out, is just kind of like tame down your perfection and just say, okay, this is going to be fun, and we're going to learn and we're going to connect. That's the course, and I'm happy that you made it this far. And if you have, continue on in to the course by signing up. You can go to my website, angelreadingsbychris.com, and there's a link to the classes. And I look forward to seeing you online, and thank you very much.